Good morning, everyone. It's Sunday morning at just before noon Eastern Time in Indiana, and I would like to do a report about what happened last night in Indianapolis. And for those of you who don't know me, my name is Tori, and in 2009, the first activation I had for my DNA, it was a wonderful thing that happened to me. And not long after that was the first time that I witnessed DNA. And I don't mean through a laboratory or through computers or whatever. It just appeared in front of me, and I could intricately see so many things. And then that was, I think, in September, October. And then the following year in May 2010, is when I started seeing people for what they really are. And that's when I, because I knew that there were more than just humans in our galaxy, but then I started seeing them, and which was, at the beginning, it was really quite a head trip, walking around, oh my God, that guy's not a human. Wait, he's a state senator. And so it's been a long process, and I've done hundreds of DNA readings for people, and over the years, these abilities have fine-tuned. And I'm still on my tablet. I'm sorry, I can't really afford to buy a new computer, so I'll just try to get through this as fast as I can. Because last night, 32 children were gang raped and murdered at the Indianapolis My Lab. And 48 members of this elite group who did this horrible crime, they raped these children a total of 114 times. Seven Indiana state troopers who have a long history of this, who've murdered many children in the past. The 7 state troopers killed 7 children. There were 3 Indianapolis Municipal Police Department officers present, and each one killed a child. And let's go to Indiana state senators. And I believe everyone I have now on this list, except for 3 representatives, a man named Brent Waltz from Indiana District number 36. He murdered a 6-year-old girl during rape. And there's another state senator, she's from District 50, one of the most vile criminals in the state of Indiana. Her name is Vanetta Becker. And I can't even stand to look at her. She's like, ugh. She, in her last lifetime, was married to an SS Gestapo agent, and because she really likes to watch men rape little girls, and she has a long history of this. And her last husband, or husband in the last lifetime, used to go in and rape children in the concentration camps in Germany. And she was there last night, and she witnessed the entire thing. And she, so far, in this lifetime, has witnessed over 500 children being raped, and she's witnessed 13 of these children be murdered. And hopefully she'll be prosecuted soon. There were 3 CEOs present last night from Indiana companies, and each one killed a child during rape. Mitch Daniels murdered an 11-year-old girl, bringing his total to 14. He's murdered 14 children so far. Mike Pence raped and murdered an 8-year-old boy, and this was his 18th child. And it's funny because I have an amazing clarity going on this morning. It must have been massive healing while I was sleeping from the good side, because I can just see as sharp as a tack today. There's another state senator. His name is Brant Hirschman. He killed a 10-year-old girl. He's raped 19 children total. This was his first kill. Ryan Mishler, state senator of District 9. He's raped a total of 46 children, and he also murdered his first child during rape. It was a 7-year-old girl. Eric Bessler, a state senator from District number 39 of Indiana, he raped 2 more children, bringing his total to 75, and he watched all the killing occur. And this is what they do. They bring them in, and they have the new people rape the children, and then they get them out of the room while the murders are going on, because they think, oh, well, this isn't really bad. We just get to have sex with a bunch of kids. And then slowly they introduce them, and then first they have them watch the murders, and then they get so sexually aroused that eventually they, actually start competing with each other to see who can rape the children or see who can murder the children during rape. Ron Alting, Senate District number 22, he raped 2 girls, bringing his total now to 35 children. and witnessed killing. Roderick Bray, a state senator from District Number 37, he killed a 10-year-old girl during rape. He's murdered now 2 children during rape. He's raped a total of 121 children. And you wonder why I scream when I look at these people's faces. I'm like, how can you not see what these people are? Michael Kreider, who, you know what, I think he's also a state senator, but he was at a private location, and I'm not pulling his name up here. Michael Kreider raped a 7-year-old girl, but wasn't at the MyLab location. He told his wife he went shopping, and he was with 3 Indianapolis Municipal Police Department officers who all gang raped the 7-year-old girl. And later, one of the officers took the child to this underground facility in Indianapolis, and then he raped her again and killed her there. And this is where there's 2 CIA agents who routinely rape children with Mike Pence, and then either one of the 3 of them gets to kill the child. And they take them to this underground place, and they dispose of the children by putting them in a vat of chemicals. And it's not the same thing of like when they process the children of food. They just this chemical mix just dissolves the children, and then they flush them down basically flush them down the toilet into the Indianapolis sewer. And also Senator Joe Donnelly, not state senator, but the other Senate, the filthy lowlife criminal Senate group of Washington D.C. He killed a 9-year-old girl during rape last night. Dan Coates also raped and murdered a 8-year-old boy during rape last night. 3 Indiana representatives. You know what? I didn't check if that was national or local. I have to go because see, I didn't get the names of these. Sometimes when I pull up people's DNA, names are for some reason the hardest thing for me to see, and that's why when I look at someone's picture, it's just an instant connection, because many times I've seen their faces before. Many of these people I've witnessed in person, because they many times I've been abducted to these locations, and of course they use this thing where they paralyze you. And most of the time they do this with women. That's why I say, if this sounds sensational, it's actually not. It's actually very typical. But most of the women that they want to severely traumatize, they will take to these locations and they will rape them while they murder the children around them. And there's another woman here, she's a Columbia City person, and I understand that she's told 107 people that I like to have sex while murdering children, which I can assure you is far, far from the truth. I've given up my whole life to fight these child traffickers. And, to say such a horrific thing. I mean, one time I was raped while they murdered 54 children in the room, and it was so horrific, I couldn't even look at that for several months. Later, it was so traumatizing, and I don't appreciate people who say things like that, but that's their problem. See, the thing is, when you do that to people, a lot of people don't understand this. It's not my negative karma. She can accuse me of anything she wants. Her name is Amanda Banks, and she can accuse me of anything she wants, but she doesn't understand she's contaminating herself. She's not contaminating me. I mean, yes, it's a momentary bit of inconvenience for me, but what I do is I turn all this energy over to the angels, who just pull this energy out of me, and they transmute it and send it off to Father God, and he does whatever he wants with it. And see, that's the thing. If you falsely accuse somebody, especially in such a horrible way that this person has done, it really, because her sacred light has fallen to absolute zero, and there's no way she's going to be able to recover from that for a very, very long time. And then the last 6 children were all killed during rape by CIA agents, and I don't know their names. It's very, very difficult for me to see, and a lot of times I call it running programs. And they have this technology where they put this kind of energy over our heads to try to block us off from seeing the truth or whatever. But I've been doing a lot of intent exercises and also law of attraction exercises, which is basically almost the same thing. And we're transfiguring all that energy off of me and out of me, because they keep putting this, what they call the package, and it has 12 deadly toxic poisons in it. One of them is weapons-grade anthrax, which is produced at the facility in Arlington, Virginia. And they do this actually to many, many, many people. And so if you have bizarre sores on your body that you can't explain, they itch like fire and they burn, and your skin is very hot in very large areas, it might turn red, chances are that you've been one of them that has been injected with what they call the package. And I'm sorry, 10 minutes, this tablet is about ready to overload as it is, but at least it works somewhat that I can get this information out. And eventually I'll have more time to go back and work over the details, but for now we're just speaking in general terms. And thank you. Thank you for your prayers for these children.